Hello, students. So we are on Monday, May 11th. So you are to read and annotate pages 2 and 3 in your new Scholastic News and complete the worksheets. So it's the one that has the article. If you go down to oh, it doesn't say, that's a different one. Sorry, the writing's for a different reading. So this is the middle Scholastic News. I don't have mine right in front of me, but I'm sure you know which one it is. If you need help with if you need me to read it with you, or if you have any difficulty finding the problems, I can go over that with you, or you can wait and I'll go back over that when I do all my answers. But with the reading and the writing, sometimes it may vary. So just let me know if you have questions about the reading. And then the writing is going to be the Blue Whale article. So today's reading, just like last week, the first day of your reading, and then you're going to have a page to fill out. So I'll scroll down to that. And remember, do your daily PE recording. Tell me what you're doing, and then record your temperature graph. Okay, so the Scholastic News, here it is. The article you're reading is from Can Cows Change the Climate? So when you read about that, it talks about how the gas from cows, it builds up in their stomach, and some scientists think that it might be affecting our environment. So why has Earth's temperature been rising faster lately? So explain what the article says about that. And it goes into detail a little bit. It's not going to be a lot, but a little bit. Summarize why cows are gassy. So it talks about what they eat and what gassy means. And then you could also, in your summarization, you could give me an example of how scientists explain they may fix that. And then look at your diagram on page 3. That's going to be a picture with text box or showing data from a graph. Look at that, and you're going to explain what it shows. And then you're going to fill out this sheet. Are you a problem solver? So this has a little bit of writing. What is the main problem? Okay, so that's going to be about, it's not just about cows, but it's about the Earth climate and how cows affect that. List one detail, and then how are scientists trying to solve? So earlier when I said you could put your example up here, you can also, that's what it's asking for right here for a solution. So so the main problem, of course, is going to be that cows are causing scientists believe that cows might be causing our climate to be worse, which is causing more greenhouse gas in our environment. So how could they solve the problem? There's 2 ways that are given in the article. One has something well, they both have to do with cows. One is putting a mask over the cow's face, and then the other one is going to be about changing their diet or adding things to their diet that might help them. So I want you to think about this. Which do you think would be easier for us to do and would cause a better solution? Do you think cows are going to wear a mask? I mean, we are all having to wear masks, a lot of us now. For me, I don't like having to wear it. I do, but I don't like to. So I can imagine cows are not going to be very happy about wearing a mask. So think about that. And then maybe they won't like what they eat if we start putting things like seaweed in there. I don't know what that tastes like. So think about that. Which would you choose? Okay. What are some things you can do to help the planet? And then here's your article on the blue whale. The blue whale is a mammal. It is a type of baleen whale. They can be found in all of the oceans of the world. They often feed in higher altitudes and migrate to warmer waters to breed and give birth. Do you remember what migrate means? So there's a good word for you to circle. Remember, migrate means to move. So they go from one climate in the ocean to another, and it depends on the season. So often sea animals will migrate to warmer waters or colder waters, depending on what they like. Okay, right here again, they filter food through their baleen plates. So instead of teeth, it's like a baleen plate. So the water what rushes through, and then it goes through their gills, and what gets trapped on their plates are the things that they eat, which is going to be mainly krill, which are really, really tiny fish, and copepods, really, really tiny things that you can't hardly see in the ocean. They may eat up to 8,000 pounds of krill a day. Wow. Because krill move, blue whales typically feed at depths of more than 330 feet during the day and only surface feed at night. Dive times are usually about 10 minutes when feeding, though dives of up to 21 minutes are possible. The whale feeds by lunging forward at groups of krill, taking the animals and a large quantity of water into its mouth. The water is then squeezed out through the baleen plates. Once the mouth is clear of water, the remaining krill, unable to pass through the plates, are swallowed. Oh, that's right. What was I thinking? I said it goes through their gills. That's fish like sharks. So the water goes into the whale's mouth, and then they squeeze their mouth shut, and the water gushes out through the plates, and it goes back into the ocean that way. I don't know what I was thinking. Blue whales are huge. Their heart alone is the size of a small car. Wow. Their main blood vessel is large enough for a human to crawl through. Wow, that's amazing. They can weigh over 400,000 pounds. The female blue whales are often larger than the males. They are the largest animal known to have ever existed. They have long and slender body. They have a long and slender body with different shades of blue and gray. They have a lighter color on their undersides. A baby blue whale is called a calf. A baby blue whale is the size of an elephant when it is born. They grow quickly and can gain 200 pounds a day. The babies will feed off of their mother's milk for the first half year. It will then begin eating krill. The lifespan of a blue whale is around 80 to 90 years. Blue whales are one of the loudest animals on Earth. The call of a blue whale can last between 10 and 30 seconds. Blue whales are considered to be endangered. So we've been reading a lot about endangered animals, haven't we, the last few weeks. They were once hunted for their baleen, so something in their teeth, or their baleen, it's kind of like teeth in their mouths, and for their blubber and for their meat. They are now protected, but their population does not seem to be recovering. They have no natural predators, but have been attacked by orca whales. Blue whales often bear scars from their attacks. There are between 5,000 and 12,000 blue whales in the world's oceans. They continue to be protected under the 1966 International Whaling Convention. It is hoped that the population will continue to recover. And then here you go. Here's your question for today. What's the main idea? So what is the main idea? It's going to be about blue whales, and then write some key details that you think are important about blue whales. It could be about how they're endangered. It could be about they're the largest animal in the ocean, and talk about their heart and their size. You could talk about how they migrate. So make sure you restate the question. The main idea of this article is, and then answer, cite evidence from the text, and then explain. Okay, your language for today is diphthongs. So that's a funny name for these words right here. They all have diphthongs. Write the spelling word that goes with the other two words. So let's see. So overcast and nimbus. What word would go with that? So remember, nimbus is a type of cloud. Overcast is cloudy, probably cloud. Okay, so what do you think a diphthong is? Think about these word patterns here. Do they make the same pattern that they always do? And this one's tricky because we've got the ow here, but poor. So you're going to see some patterns where two letters are blended together. Okay, and they might make a sound that looks like what they sound like, but they may not. Depends on the word. Okay, storm and raining. That would probably be downpour. Let's see, wet and damp is going to be moisture. Seed and plant is going to be sprout. Okay, you work on the rest, and if you have questions, let me know. Okay. So this word that you're looking for is showers, or you're looking to explain showers. What's the meaning? What does showers mean? It could mean different things, doesn't it? So think about how it was used up here. Or you could think of a different way, but I think it's wanting you to use a different, the same meaning up here, or maybe not, because you're going to show another meaning here. So showers is one of those multiple meaning words. Okay, let's go over our math for today. Today is lesson 16 practice. So this was from our iReady math book. So it's just like what we've done. So let me read the question. Becky places 2 rectangular blankets next to each other on the grass as shown. I remember teaching this in class. This exact thing. You may remember it too. Each unit square is 1 square foot. Okay, so each of these little boxes is 1 square foot. Here's blanket 1. Okay, all of these are blanket 1. So count how many square feet you've got in that color. Here's blanket 2. And that is, how many do you have there? So let's see what it's asking. So we've got 4 this way, so 4 in a row. And it might be broken apart by blanket. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns here and 4 columns here. Altogether, you've got 9 columns. But if it's by blanket, let's see what it's asking. Let's see. How can a total area of the blankets be found? Choose all of the correct answers. So it's just like what we did earlier for Friday. So you could either multiply 4 times this added, so 9. So 4 times 9 is one way. You could also do 4 times 5 plus 4 times 4. Okay, so let's see. It's not going to be 9 times 5. That one is not it. Multiply 4 by 5 plus 4. Okay, that's going to be, so 5 plus 4 would be 9, so that works. Multiply 5 by 4 times 4. Nope, that one doesn't work. Add 16 to 5 times 4. Nope, I don't, that might work, but I don't think, that's not going to be right. 20, that would be 36. Oh, it is right, but I don't know if that's a good way to find it. Let me think about it. So it is going to give us the right answer because 36 is our answer because 4 times 9 is 36. Let's see. Oh, I see. So they got the add 16. So if you find the area to this part down here, it's 16 because 4 times 4 is 16. So add 16 to 5 times 4. So you can get the area, but that's not my favorite answer just because normally you're not going to think of it as adding something to something. I want you to know where you got your 16. Okay, add 5 times 4 to 4 times 4. Yep, that one works. So that would be 5 times 4 would give you the area to here. Whatever the answer is going to be 20. So we're going to add that to this, which is 4 times 4. So that works. Okay. Go to the next one. Carl's rectangular garden is divided into 2 parts that are the same size. How many square feet is the total area of the garden? Record your answers on the grid and then fill in the bubbles here. So 4 times, that looks like an 8. I have my glasses on. 4 times 8 is going to be 32 square feet for this section. Oh, and they're both 8, so 32 square feet. Then add them together and you're going to have 64. Is that what it asked? Let me double check. How many square feet is the total area of the garden? Yeah, so total. So it's going to be 64 square feet. So fill it in here. Remember, you start with what do we have on our ones is a 4. And then on our 10s, we have a 6. So you're going to bubble in the 6 and the 4. Okay. The top of Mrs. Cornfield's desk is shown. What is the total area of her desk? So break it apart. I'm going to break it apart. I think right here. Let me see that. That could be either way. Okay, so we don't have a measure for right here. So we got to figure that out. So the total from here to here is 6. So from here to here is 2. So 6 take away 2. What's left over is going to be 4. So that's how you figure out what the unknown is. So 4 times 2 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. Total area is going to be 14 square feet. Okay. Number 4. The front of a refrigerator with a freezer on the bottom is shown. The freezer part on the bottom has a height of 2 feet. The top part has a height of 5 feet. Okay, so here's our numbers here, 5 and 2. what is the total area of the front of the refrigerator? Show your work. So 5 times 3. So show your work, show me what you multiplied, but your answer for the top is going to be 15. At the bottom is going to be 2 times 3 is 6. Then you have to add that together, and you're going to get 21. I can't write with this little tool, so you explain that. Show me your solution, how you got it. Okay, so what is the total area of this shape? Show your work. I'm going to break it apart here. So I've got this length here. So to the total to here, all of this is 9, but we only need this part, and it shows us it's 6. So 6 times 3 is 18. 5 times 3 is 15. So you can see you don't need this 2, and you don't need the 9. So 15 plus 18 is going to be 10, 20, 33. Oops. 33 square feet. Okay. So finish that up. Yeah, this is one that you have to put the square. So I'll try to write it the best I can. Square. There you go. Okay. And you do your multiplication facts. If they're getting boring, try to do them timed, like we did in class. All right. And then tomorrow, these are your questions. So I will go over this with you tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow. If you have questions, make sure you message me so I can go back in and help you and post another video. So I will talk to you soon.